Only eating British food for 24 hours or a whole day. Now, this was so fun, so I can't wait for you all to see everything and enjoy. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Salma, and if you're new, you're most welcome. As you will read from today's title, we're gonna be eating British food for the whole day. I am super excited. Honestly, it was kind of hard to find what Brits, can you call them that? Anyways, it was very hard to find what British people eat, except for breakfast, because their breakfast is really popular. Like, come on. And actually, meal was really hard for me to decide on or to find, but I do know they eat potatoes and steak and ground beef, a lot of potato and meats. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna be eating British food for the whole day, and I'm super excited for this because right now I'm a little bit hungry. So let's go make breakfast. So for breakfast, we're gonna be making the classic British breakfast, which has sausage, egg, toast, and the most important ingredient, baked beans. It's gonna be so nice to eat because I am actually really hungry. So I started by heating up oil on a pan, and I put my chicken strips. Those were kind of exploding. If you know, you know. But then I pour in another pot some breakfast beans and bring those to a boil while I kept cooking the chicken strips. And once that was done, I made some sausages. I didn't make a lot because honestly I didn't finish everything, but like, yeah. And then I also fried an egg. Now I do not eat eggs, but this egg my hubby will be eating later. And I just spiced it up a little bit. Then I assembled the food. And actually Brits eat beans on the bread directly, so that's what I did. And yeah, I hear a distant sound. I see afar off. So guys, breakfast is done, and that is how it's looking. It's a lot of protein, I can tell you, like sausage, and this is halal strips before anybody comes for me. And then have an egg, we have some breakfast beans and some toasted bread. So let's dig in. I've never put the breakfast beans onto the toast or bread, so let's start with that. Honestly, I kind of already know how everything tastes like, but look at that. Bismillah. Wow, that is interesting to eat together because I usually don't eat them together like this. It works, but I prefer the way I usually eat it. And then we have some sausage. The chicken strip. So yummy. I love the salty breakfast vibes, and this is literally 10 out of 10 because you get protein and it is good. I did not eat the egg because I do not like eggs, but Mike is gonna eat that. And yeah, so I will see you guys when it's lunch slash dinner. We're gonna be making steak, and we're gonna be making some mashed potato, and we're gonna be making some gravy. I don't even know how to make gravy, but honestly I'm gonna do whatever is easy and feels like gravy. That's what I'm gonna do. So let's go make lunch. So for lunch we had a lot to do, so I started by cooking up some potatoes, and while those were cooking I started making the gravy, which I mistakenly took the chicken gravy. That's why my gravy was super light, but it tasted amazing still. And that's me pouring the bouillon or gravy sauce into the mixture of flour and onions, and I strained that, but I don't have a normal strainer, so it wasn't very fine, but it worked and it tasted amazing. Then I seasoned some salt and pepper on my beef and put that into the pan that was already heated in oil and just cooked that. It was crazy, it was growing everywhere. And after like 2 minutes I changed the beef and kept going every 2 minutes. Then I added some butter and that did its thing. Then I added some garlic and rosemary powder, and then I kept cooking until it was fully done because I like my beef done. Then I went ahead and mashed up the potatoes, and I do not have a masher for potatoes, but anyways, I still did mash them up. And I added butter and some garlic and milk, brought that to a boil and poured into the mashed potato, kept mashing it until it was kind of fine. Honestly guys, I don't have the right equipment, but it kind of worked. And then I just cut off the beef, and yeah.
You go to my head like a sip of sparkling burgundy brew, and I find the very mention.
Once the beef was done, I started plating, and I just played around and tried to make the plating look amazing. And I did put the beef around, and on top of that I poured some oil on the beef from the steak or butter, and then I also added some gravy, and to finish it up I added some green onions, and there it was. So guys, here is lunch slash dinner. I'm gonna do the same thing for dinner because that's the challenge, but like look how amazing that looks. Let's give it a try. Let's start with a mashed potato. That is so good. The potatoes are so garlicky and so yummy. Let's try the meat. I love my meat fully cooked, so that's why. The beef is really good, though it needed a little bit of more salt. I'm gonna finish up my food and I'll see you all later for some dessert, or should I say 2 desserts.
I never took a
For dessert slash snack, we're gonna be making blueberry scones. Now, I don't know if a scone is a dessert, but it is a treat, definitely. So let's go. So for the scones, I started by weighing out the flour, and I added the sugar, and in the sugar I had my baking powder and salt, and then I added the butter into the mixture after mixing it together, and I just kind of mashed the butter through the flour until it was sandy consistency or texture. Then slowly I started adding in some milk. You're supposed to use cream, but I didn't have that, but it still worked. And I divided the butter or dough because I wanted to do 2 different scones. I wanted to do a blueberry one and a normal scone, and that's me folding the blueberries into one of the dough or the other part of the dough. I'm so sorry, I cannot explain, but once that was done, I cut each dough into 4 parts and it was ready to bake. Before putting them in the oven, I actually brushed some milk on top of them and then I put them in the oven. Once they were ready, I cut the normal scone into half and I added some cream cheese. You're supposed to use mascarpone, but I didn't have that, so I used cream cheese, and I also put some strawberry jam, and that was it for the normal one. And the blueberry one, I just cut it in half. So guys, scones are ready and this is how they're looking. They look so amazing, and I did 2 different ones. I wanted to do the original one, and then I also did some blueberries with the blueberries I had left. But look at that, doesn't that look amazing, you all? Let's try the normal one. I did put some cream cheese and jam. Usually they put mascarpone, but I did not have that, so I put cream cheese. So let's try it. That looks so nice. No, that is so good. Oh my god. This is a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna try the blueberry one. That is so good. To be honest with you all, I prefer the normal scone with the jam and cream cheese. So yummy. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please like, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video.